What's up, good people? Welcome back to another episode of Undrafted Views. We're here. We talk sports from the sidelines, and today we're going to give you guys some more of our bold predictions for this NBA season. Let's get into it.
So the NBA season is almost approaching the halfway mark. So what are some of your bold predictions? What's your first bold prediction for the NBA season?
The Portland Trailblazers will not see the postseason. It's not going to happen. They're currently number 12 in the West, and I just have no hope that they can even work their way up to a playing spot as we speak. This will be Damian Lillard has been with the Portland Trailblazers for about 9 seasons, and out of those 9 seasons, they made it to at least a postseason, at least round one. 8 of those seasons. But this season, right now, him and the rest of the team will be watching the postseason from their couches. I don't see it. I don't know. I know that they've been plagued with injuries again, but everybody has been. I know that they have dealt with health and safety protocols. I get that, but guess what? Every team has. I just think that the Trailblazers need some adjusting on their front court. And until they do that, if they make it to a play-in tournament, they're still not going to see the postseason. So I just don't see it for the Trailblazers this season.
Funny you had the Portland Trailblazers. I have them too, but I have them sitting Damian Lillard for the rest of the season. There's no point in playing them. What are we playing Damian Lillard for?
Yeah.
They're not going to the playoffs.
They're not going to the playoffs. Let him heal. Let him heal. No, I agree. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that season ending. If they claim it as a season ending injury, I'm okay with that. I think it's only fair. Don't waste miles on him when y'all not going to make it anyway. Unless the Trailblazers decide to do major adjustments to their front court mid-season trade, then maybe. But until then, CJ, you might as well take a break too. I just don't see it. And you know what though? But what this will do is it will allow Anthony to just display his skills because he had an amazing game recently. And so if he can continue to do that, that's great. But for them to go a deep run, it just ain't happening.
No.
It ain't happening.
And Damian, I don't think he wants to be there. I don't know what's going on with Coach Billups. I'm just not. Let's just get Dame like trade ready. Let's get him trade ready. Yeah.
Okay.
It's over. It's over for the
it's a done deal. They are going to be seriously in the rebuild discussion come next season. That's going to be what we're going to hear from the Portland Trailblazers organization. Oh, we're in rebuild. Yeah, it is time. It's time.
I'm staying in the Western Conference, and I think as well as the LA Lakers are playing right now, you got Monk doing work. Thank goodness for Monk, because what I'm seeing right now from the Los Angeles Lakers, I still think they're going to be in a play-in tournament, which means they'll have to play the top dogs in the West, right? Phoenix, Golden State, even Utah. Mm-hmm. And they're going to be home again. Playoff round exit 1.
The Lakers just can't do it, even with the anticipation of AD coming back.
No, AD, he'll be out injured again.
Yeah, he's not reliable at all.
No.
I'm really... Even though LeBron James is putting on a phenomenal season right now. No. Yeah, I'm okay with that. In that same vein, while we're still at crypto.com arena, the LA Clippers will not see the postseason unless PG and Kawhi Leonard both play. That's it. It ain't going to happen. The Clippers have slipped in the standings from number 4 to number 9 as we speak, and I just don't see any relief coming unless that relief is in the form of 2 bodies. Not just 1, but 2. Well, and it has to be both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard if they even think about competing for a play-in position. It's not going to happen. Sorry, LA.
It is not going to happen, and I have the Clippers missing the postseason definitely without PG and Kawhi. The West is too tough, and they've dug themselves a deep hole, and good luck trying to get out of it. So I don't care if PG comes back healthy, Kawhi Leonard comes limping back. Forget about it. It doesn't matter. They're out.
Even with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah, the hole is too deep.
Nah. Not when we talk about the teams at the bottom of the West. I think it's possible. But both of them have to play, not just one. If Kawhi comes back and PG is still out, it ain't going to happen. If Paul George comes back and Kawhi is still out, it's not going to happen. It has to be both of them. Both. Now, if they do make it, if they both come back, because I do believe that they are digging themselves a hole because they continue to slide in the standings, they can at least be a 10th spot. Now, I'm not saying they'll make it to the postseason, but they can at least make it to a playing tournament. Right now, I see them even out of a playing tournament as we continue to go. I don't see it.
Wow, that's disappointing after making the Western Conference Finals last season.
Well, hey, any given season.
All I'm going to say is the Clippers will always be the Clippers. End of story.
And I had high hopes for them, but again, it is what it is.
All right, so the NBA All-Star Game is coming up, and I have Ja Morant winning his first All-Star Game MVP for his very first All-Star appearance. Yes.
I can get on board with that. I'm a Ja Morant fan at the end of the day. And I said this, you can go back to early videos this season. And I'm like, Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies is going to be an upset to this particular Western Conference. So yes, I'm here for that. Come on, Ja.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for them to really start getting him some respect in this MVP discussion. Why can't he be a part of it? Because he ain't been in the league long enough? Miss me. He is worthy of at least being a part of the discussion. I like Ja Morant. So yeah, I can support that 100%. Wow.
Yeah, nice. All right, here's a bold prediction. I know this is going to be very, very unpopular, but I think the 2021 NBA champion Milwaukee Bucks will get a first round playoff exit if they play the Cavs, the Sixers, or the Wizards in the first round.
The Wizards? Okay, yeah. So now you had me until you said the Wizards.
Hey.
No.
Yeah, they are all potential 6 seeds. And I think the Bucks will finish somewhere like number 3, so they'll play 6. And I just think, Bradley Beal is another man in the playoffs. And Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers and the Cleveland Cavaliers, that whole team clicking on all cylinders. Got Rondo over there, teamed up with Kevin Love now. I mean, I like what I'm seeing from the Cavs. So if the Bucks, if they pull their number, I don't know. It's not looking good.
That's fair. That's fair against the Cavs and the Sixers. I can't get on board with the Wizards. I can't get on board with the Wizards. The Wizards are too hot and cold for me. I just need for them to figure out what their level is. And sometimes they don't show up. So, yeah, but I can support a first round exit for the Bucks. I can, unfortunately. And you know what, though? If they can, do a back-to-back, that would be amazing for the Milwaukee fans. But, yeah. No. Oh, that's a good one. Let me just go and walk on over to the East. And I'm sorry, I do not care how well they play in spurts. The Boston Celtics will not see the postseason at all this season. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. I just don't know what's going on in Beantown. It's very disappointing.
No, it's so disappointing. And then when they win, you're kind of like, oh, okay. But it's just not even exciting. They need to do something to that roster, that coach. But yeah, no, the Boston Celtics will not see any parts of the postseason by way of playing, by way of no end. They just not gonna make it.
That's too bad. I like Jason and Jalen.
Yeah. Ooh. But they're not gonna see the postseason. No.
All right. Okay. So look, I got my final bold prediction right here, and I don't know, but I'm hoping it comes to fruition. I think Kyrie Irving gets vaxxed if the Brooklyn Nets slip out of the 1 through 6. That's super bold. It's super bold.
You know what? And I hope he doesn't. Like, I want him to stand firm on what his beliefs are. I have no problem with that. Ride it all the way out. Yeah, just ride it out. Write it out. Don't do it. We're gonna take it one day at a time.
Yeah.
Stop. That means you're thinking about it.
Yes. He's starting to bend a little bit. And then Kevin Durant said, I've already told him I want him to play all games, but I'm not going to force him. You can't force him anyway. But what I'm saying is, I think Kyrie is going to get the shot.
You know what, though? It would be, hey, he can do whatever he want to do. It's his body. Do whatever you want to do. I kind of believe that only because he left the door open with, I'm taking it day by day. It's the day by day statement, because if he was really adamant about it, would have been like, no, I'm not doing it. But I told y'all before, and I'm gonna tell y'all again, you changed the rules. So it's either gonna be one of two things. He may get vaxxed, maybe, or the NBA will be lenient. But they can't, because it's a state. Oh, right. So it doesn't really matter. Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter. Let me tell you what they can't do. The NBA cannot do. Don't try to adjust home court advantages to make sure that Kyrie can always play. Once the Brooklyn Nets go into the postseason, don't do that.
Oh,
All
because
of a
they're
sudden, we're gonna play on the new. This season is gonna be neutral ground for the playoffs.
yeah, no, mm-mm.
Can you imagine?
Oh, that would be a firestorm.
Yeah.
The opponents would be like, wait a minute, hold up.
But I don't put nothing past the NBA.
Because technically the players are employees, so if they can grant him some sort of exemption, then he'll be able to play all games. And I think that's what Kyrie, come on, he got long money. I'm sure he has lawyers and people working on this.
Yeah, but he's going to be going up against the state of New York. That's what he's going up against. He's not going up. It can't be up against the NBA. They want him to play. It's the state of New York that's saying you won't play Madison Square Gardens, nor you play at the Barclays Center. That's where you won't play. Ain't gonna happen. And I think, and I'm not certain about California. I'm not certain about California. I know they're strict in California, so I'm just not certain about players. I don't know. At the end of the day, if Kyrie is not playing consistently, this Nets big three is again season 2 flop. Just say it.
Oh, that's too bad. But I'm telling you, if he can play consistently, the Nets, woof.
We'll see.
Okay.
It still remains to be seen. Everything looks good on paper. Show me. And you know how you show me? You play.
Yeah.